This is State of Decay 2 lethal difficulty, with the curveballs a constant and the negative effects hit harder than P. Diddy in a bathrobe. My immediate problem is the end of the weather curveball. Not being able to reliably heal my community is really taking its toll. So taking over as Kim, we head out to find 2 more sacks of medical supplies, extremely slowly thanks to banger bloody nomics. At least this time we don't have to worry about fuel consumption, just slow start and slow acceleration. A combination that might drive me into a brain aneurysm. It's stupid game! I know of a medical tent just northwest of Sawyer's Crossing, but en route I can't take my finger off the accelerator because the acceleration will take 3 to 5 working days to kick in, whilst also suffering from no brakes. A very unique experience in all honesty. Come on, get off me car! That was not me trying to be like northern. Sadly, the medical tent I had in mind had already been looted, but while in Rome you make peasants fight lions, well when in plague territory we slap red raw meat with a double-hander. Sorry, that was just a really convoluted way of saying we're gonna take on the plague cart in one of the neighbouring buildings. There's only 2 plague Zeds in the building, so it's pretty simple to take the first phase with a heavy weapon. Then with a molly and a reckless mag dump, we can complete the second phase even quicker. But then it's time to run from a crackhead, although it's a plague Zed that does an insane amount in infection damage with a single tackle. What the actual fuck? With no stamina items to fight the bitch, I take refuge on a car and put way too many bullets into the head clipping prick. I then hop down, leading the hordes to the one side of the building, but with the door closed I can take out the final phase before they can bust it down. I even get a chance to loot it too. Then after darting through an open door with no zombies, I actually managed to lose the interest of the undead. Pretty handy as my escape is extremely slow thanks to there's a stranger seeking assistance across the road, and I'm nothing if not helpful towards strangers, even with my car in the current condition. I absolutely fucking despise this curveball. I understand slow startup, but it's not going anywhere. My finger is right flat. 1 molly and 3 swings gets rid of the horde. I can then speak to the stranger and it turns out we're both looking for medical supplies. And she's brought the intel as to where to find some. So rather deceptively I agree to help.
We really need to speed up.
Oh, I'm trying, you stupid woman. We need to speed up. Why, do we have a ferro on us, do we, love? I find the medical supplies while she fights the undead, and then I tell her to shove it up her arse. Now I just need 1 more medical sack to get rid of under the weather. Unfortunately, a radio command is out of the question because of radio silence. Well, luckily I just so happen to remember you can get meds from public bathrooms, which is ironic because usually you need meds after visiting them. But then again, maybe that's just the bathrooms I've been visiting. No further questions, please. So I head home to unload and take over as Evelyn, our gunslinger with the Eternal Guard. But I'm starting to suspect that gun might be cursed. You'll see why soon enough. I decide to focus my interest on the west side of Providence, and I identify a target in a warehouse, although we struggle on the approach. Oh, for crying out loud. He doesn't even want to go up hills. Come on, you piece of shit. There's 4 plague zombies inside, and thanks to my silent and quick thinking, I can eliminate them all with my sledgehammer. That means I can complete the first phase uninterrupted and burn the bitch with a molly. Then once the gas has disappeared, I take the second phase with 1 more heavy swing, but now I hear Feral's cry ringing through my ears. Coming to devour my kidneys, I sense his presence as all heroes sense the movements of the nemesis. Think! Jesus Christ! I try pulling off the door trick to take it out easily, but that fails dramatically. No, you stupid bastard! You trying to fucking So instead I go back to my gunslinging ways, and with 1 more heavy swing we take out the plague cart. I even get another 2 stims for my efforts. But unfortunately I can't make the quick escape I usually would thanks to can't risk the undead latching onto my already damaged vehicle, so come up with a cunning plan to eliminate them all swiftly. This is going to hurt you significantly more than it hurts me. Fire will always be your greatest ally. Fire won't leave you for the neighbour. Fire won't pop to the shops for a pint of milk when you're 6 and never return. Fire won't laugh at you because the school tap soaked your trousers and made it look like you pissed yourself when you definitely didn't. You had full control of your bladder for several years now. No! Get away from me, you smelly bastards! I can't remember what I was on about now, but anyway, on to the next play card. That just so happens to be in the barn of cheesy tactics. Using the car to block the only entrance means I'm completely alone to take out the play card. However, I've accidentally trapped myself. For some reason I can't climb over the car to lead away the undead, and I can't jump in and drive away because the undead will latch onto the bonnet because of the slow start. Thankfully, I'm at least able to take out the crackhead that's running about. I then drop a molly to burn up the Zeds that I've gathered and attempt my escape. No! Instantly we contract blood plague. You stupid! Come on! Go! No! Our health drops to an impossible amount. Will the curse of the Eternal Guard live on through Evelyn? Get up! Get up! Less than 2 minutes until blood plague fully infects Evelyn's body. Fucking stupid game! Thankfully, Evelyn had a cure, but the mental damage had already taken its toll. Fucking have that! Fucking shove that fuel bomb so far up your ass. After everything else has been violently and loudly dealt with, I actually managed to make our escape. Although admittedly we're closer to death than a care home ravaged by COVID. Thankfully, Evelyn manages to make it back to base with no issues, but we do have another curveball spawn. Gargantua juggernauts. Their terrible hygiene causes stamina to drain, they can smell us even through their own cloud of BO, and they deal much higher damage. But what's new is I can end this curveball by killing a single juggernaut. Well, I decided to completely ignore that curveball. I tend to run away from juggernauts, and having that in place over a different curveball might make our lives easier. Now controlling Boyd, we head off to the Bloodlust Liberators to help them out. Seeing as our last Blood Donor Enclave glitched out, it's nice to have a second attempt at this new Enclave arc, even if they're on the other side of the map. But the perilous journey will all be worth it to make allies for fighting against the Blood Plague. Not even Bangernomics could prevent my hopefulness for the future. Damien tells me his friend is in desperate need of a blood transfusion, but he needs a sanitizing machine to facilitate one. Whereabouts is... You have got to be fucking shitting on me. You know fuel's a valuable resource, right, Damien? I've just driven all the way from my base. You couldn't have messaged that on the radio? Just like, oh, hey, dude, just to let you know, I've just been checking Google Maps. Like, you're set up really close to this place that has got some very valuable medicine that I need. Any chance you can do us a solid, pop on by, grab the shit I need, and then drive on over? No. Instead, what I'll do is I'll wait for you to drive to the other side of the map to tell you to drive all the way back there to get the shit I need and drive back once again. Honest to God, do you know fuel is fucking valuable these days? This rant went on for the entire 2,000 meter drive, but I won't torture you with any more of the Greta will be furious jokes. I enter the spoon and cone, eliminating 2 Zeds before collecting the sanitizing machine. God knows why such valuable medical equipment was in an ice cream shop. I'll just assume that this ice cream brand also dealt with harvesting human organs as a side hustle. Then after completing another 2,000 meter drive back to them, as Royal Mail was ignoring my calls, I let them all, including the one that's in desperate need of a blood transfusion, fight off the undead that I drew here with my engine noise. I then give Damien the goods, and all I get is a grateful thank you. Not even anything worth buying, so I just sell him my gone-off alcohol and tampons for an extortionate price. Then after another 2,000 meter drive back to where I've just come from, it's time to help out the sanguine survivors who want a hand taken out a play card. However, it seems like Ian's not even gonna bother coming with me. Bastard. At least it's fairly close to our location. But on the way, you'll never guess which curveball causes us issues. Nope. Out. Get out. You stupid fucking twat heads. I draw them away from the car and climb on a shipping container to regain stamina, then get to beating them down with a shovel, making sure not to waste a stimulant on such a pathetic horde. However, significant damage has already been done. The smoke from our engine is now so dark it wouldn't get through American customs. The next heart is in a horse corral, but this turned out to be anything but simple. I start out as we always do, attacking with my heavy weapon, but when I hear a feral's cry, I drop a molly and make a run for it. It chooses to attack while I'm trapped in an animation, although it does no damage. I then manage to spray and pay a load, taking him down to 1 shot, but the other Zeds are also a potential hazard, so I dodge out. But time is on my side and I take the crackhead down once and for all. I then complete the first phase and drop my final molly, although that might have been a mistake as the horde that I've gathered is now massive. But wanting to make the most of my stimulant, I need to make a move now. I managed to complete the second phase pretty quickly, but another feral has now joined the party. I lead it outside to shoot it in the face, and at last we get some good news. Bangernomics has come to an end. One final shot deals with a feral, however the unsuppressed gunshots have drawn even more, and I can hardly get near the play cart. If only I brought more mollies. So I climb onto a car and force their attention on me with even more gunshots, and once they've fully surrounded me, I go back in for one last time. But I'm not going to have a chance to loot it due to the sheer number of knobheads, so I'd run to a nearby house to make as much noise as possible before sneaking back. Yes, sneak in. You know we're up Shit's Creek when I'm using the crouch button. But it was all worth it as we get some pretty tasty loot. Then we gotta go tell Ian about our success. And that turns them from friendly to allied, which means I get to recruit one of these individuals for free. It's certainly not going to be Ian though, as he's a terrible mechanic, and we've already got a pretty good one in the way of Warburton. Jace here is shit hot with a knob in his hand. I mean, he's a great driver. And then there's Glory, who's the computer expert, which is exactly what I'm after, so welcome to the team, Glory. She runs off to her new home, however this enclave stays put. but shouldn't it have disbanded? I downloaded a mod that contained a feature similar to that the day previous, so I shut down the game to make sure it wasn't turned on. But the only mods I currently had active were Dev Menu and Mission Caller, which certainly don't have that effect. So my question is this happened to anyone else? Is it just for the Blood Donor Enclave? Maybe it's a glitch? Let me know what you think in the comment section. Either way, I take advantage and welcome Jace to the community. But not Ian though. His terrible mechanic arse can stay on his own. Serves him right for letting me take on that plague art by myself. With 7 people I can finally start to dismantle that failed Cleo drop, not only freeing up a large slot, but also giving me some decent supplies in the process. And because of all the toolkits he's been crafting, I can also upgrade Warburton's mechanic skill to auto mechanics. And because he's been doing such a good job in keeping the fleet running, I make him the leader of the gang. In 30 minutes once the Cleo drop has been dismantled, I'll be able to stick a trade depot in its place. That should help us gain a shit ton of influence. But while we wait for that to happen, it's time for the man to prove his leadership and head to Prescott to finish off the final play cart in that area, completely ignoring the zone of a brand new curveball. Strange mutations, higher damage, resistant to fire, and they continue attack even after removing their head. Definitely a good idea to avoid at all costs. And with Bangonomics no longer active, it's not a problem to get into Prescott. Initially it seems like the building is empty, but I couldn't quite complete the first phase before a crackhead makes an appearance. So I drop a fuel bomb which gets the plague art over the first phase, while also slowing down the crackhead. And with burst fire it's pretty simple to down it in the open. A waste of ammo sure, but what am I to do when it's the only firing mode this weapon has? I then take the second phase and drop a molly, before one final frag gets the job done for good, but it was intended to also take down the horde that was attacking me, which as you can see, it did not. So I tried to lead the horde away, and that's when I realised I'm still in plague territory. So there's got to be at least one more plague art down here, and I know exactly where it is. It's in a bathroom with only one entrance, so with a bit of correct timing I can complete the first phase with no trouble, even dropping my final molly as it spews its gases. I also toss in a frag to try and take out a feral. It doesn't, but it does sound like it completed the second phase of the plague art. Once again burst fire beats feral, and after a few more swings we completely eradicate blood plague in Prescott. I then run back towards the other heart to loot it without any issues, then drive back to the last heart and loot that with no issues. Thankfully taking out those hearts means the siege sites that were forming near base are starting to degrade, especially good as one of which was a level 3. But I can't yet leave Prescott as there's a stranger nearby that needs my assistance. He got separated from his friend on a looting run and is asking if I'd help him go find his mate. And being the kind but malevolent being I am, I agree, however with a price. He must assist me in what should be the final plague art on the western side of the map. But it's fair to say we don't get off to the best start, as when I start attacking, he's already feeling sick. I complete the first phase and drop a molly, and with Chief Cannon Fodder distracting the hordes outside, it's pretty simple to take down the second phase. For some unexplained reason the mission fails, but I take down the plague art once and for all, and even have time to collect its loot. We can then make it home after a really successful day. Only 4 plague arts remain in Providence Ridge, and they're all located in Sawyer's Crossing. I even start the construction of a trade depot to increase our community's wealth. Everything was looking so good. That is until Warburton wanted to try out the grenade launcher we bought previously. 12 rounds of explosive damage he was just itching to try out. And there was even a perfect place in mind just around the corner. A dire level 3 infestation with 2 ferals and a juggernaut that didn't stand a chance against him. By taking them all out, he would prove to the community he really was the correct choice for leader, whilst also getting rid of the terrible gargantuan juggernaut mutation. With the juggernaut on the porch, I take the opportunity to pop 2 shots off, causing it to stumble. But then my cocky ass decides to take on a plague feral hand to hand, even dodging a charge from the second feral. I take out the juggernaut with one final shot, again avoiding a feral's assault. However, my 5th shot was a little too close, causing minor damage to myself, but at least it stunned the ferals. A 6th shot appears to take one out, but I was wrong, as he tackles me from behind as I fight his brother. But Warburton refuses to die. Powered on pills and molotovs, he will fight on. That is until a Plague Zed walks in front of my grenade launcher shot, sending Warburton to the ground, and sadly he never gets back up. R.I.P. Warburton, he was a legend who died a Viking's death. Fire, explosives, and a crackhead removing his face with its teeth. Warburton's dead! Son of a bitch! But once again, I must ask you lot at home to make a decision going into the finale next week. Who should lead this team to victory? Daniel the Builder, Evelyn the Sheriff, or Boyd the Trader? Thank you all very much for watching. Like the video and subscribe. Series finale will be streamed this Sunday 6 PM, with the full video being edited and posted a few days later. Hopefully see you there.